All right, U.S. job growth, meantime. A little better than expected. The Labor Department says 175,000 jobs were added last month. A brutal winter nationwide. Well, that has impacted the jobs numbers for months now. But finally, a sign of growth despite the cold. And we bring in Brendan King. He's the CEO of King & Bishop. And Brendan, good to see you again.
Thank you, Mark. It's great to be here.
First, these numbers are better than expected. Why is that?
You know, it's very interesting. Midweek data came out from some other surveys that showed a smaller number of new job growth. But what I think is really happening in this economy, this pent-up demand for our products and services. You've got a market where capital is reasonably available, reasonably priced, and you have some markets that are more open to doing business with us. You know, over the past couple of years, globally things have gotten better, and we're in a steady and modest acceleration, I think, right now.
As I mentioned a minute ago, weather seems to be the theme here when it comes to these jobs reports. It certainly has dominated the headlines and the numbers.
Absolutely, and I think I heard this morning, probably on this broadcast, that something like a third of North America is covered with snow right now. It's been such a brutal winter. But, that should really dampen the market as you look at the business process. And part of the business process is hiring plans. And if companies have logistical problems, they can't get things done, it should slow it down. So when you look at the totality of the numbers with the weather as a factor, that's pretty impressive that we put 175 up.
Certainly is. Spring is hopefully right around the corner. I say hopefully. We're hopeful that it will happen. And as the temperatures rise, can we expect to see the economy do better in turn? I mean, in lockstep here.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, the short-term look right now is that we are going to probably get into a cycle where we're averaging closer to what we did last year, which I think totaled out at 195 or $200,000 jobs per month. Right now, there aren't any real obstacles or concerns that are coming up in front of us. And again, you're seeing companies look at their staffing plans and they're saying, hey, I think I want to try to grab some more market.
Today's job report shows the unemployment rate rose to 6.7% from 6.6%, but economists will tell you that's actually a good sign. Can you explain why?
It is. And what that is people who have been out of work for a while, or maybe they lost their recent opportunity, what they're seeing is, hey, the market looks pretty good, so I'm going to get back in. So when they're polled on a national level by the United States government, they're more likely to say this time, yeah, I am out of work, but I am looking now. So it drives the number up.
Let's talk about the numbers here in Massachusetts. I understand they're down, 4,500 midweek. So how are we looking here overall?
In Massachusetts, what was probably left out, obfuscated from today's report, is that our unemployment rate actually went down. I believe it's down around 6.8%, and from 7.1 in December, 7.1 in January, and so that's a real good number. That was released by the state yesterday, and if you take a look at the job numbers in the state of Massachusetts, you're going to see gains in professional and business services, which leads to high tech. Certainly healthcare. There's been some pickup in manufacturing, and there's been some pickup in construction.
All right, we're seeing the images here coming out of the Ukraine, and last week we saw it impact the markets globally. Will the situation there continue to impact us, and could it prevent companies from hiring? I know overall the market weathered this very well, but you do wonder, as people add members to the workforce, will they continue to do that if there is unrest there?
Sure. I don't want to be a global political analyst, but I'll say this. Europe is a major trading partner for the United States. It is a major trading partner for the Boston area businesses, a lot of biotech, a lot of medical device. And what will happen is if the Russians put some pressure on the energy supplies that could affect Europe, then you could have a European, backtracking or a slight fallback in a recession, which could have an impact. But Mark, I don't think that that's going to have a serious impact on hiring plans that are already in place that have been formed over the past 2 quarters.
So overall, the economy remains strong and continuing to grow here in North America. Very good. Brendan King, CEO of King & Bishop. Appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you, Mark.